downstream injectors. Thanks for watching. There's not many of you right now. We're on there's maybe 100-ish people subscribed to the channel, but I just want to share with you like what I'm learning about pressure washing and soft washing. There doesn't really seem to be that much information online, or what's there seems to be quite vague. So I'm sort of like figuring some of this stuff out as I go along. So if you watch the recent video that I put out, we did a cladding cleaning job, and I said that we're going to use a downstream injector. And so basically this allows us to draw a soft wash solution, and it gets pulled through the pressure washer. It doesn't actually go through the pressure washer. It's fitted on the outlet of the pressure washer, and it just sucks up chemical, which is going to be like bleach and soap diluted, and it allows you to like cover an area fast. Some people might use like an X-jet, but I did get it to work. But I want to share with you maybe some of the things that I'm learning along the way and how to get this equipment working. So I just want to introduce you to some of the things that you need for downstreaming. First thing is obviously a downstream injector. Well, not obviously, but you need a downstream injector. This is what it looks like. The pressure washer is clipped in here, and as the water passes through, there's a restriction in here, and that restriction causes the Venturi effect, which basically allows suction to come through here. I did do a little diagram as well. So basically it comes in the water, there's a restriction in the chemical injector, and then that causes a Venturi effect and creates like a suction, which will draw the chemicals through. Now the problem I had was when I fitted this to my pressure washer, it had like a really long length of hose. So it had like 40 meters of hose, and I thought that I'd spec'd up the correct downstream injector for my pump. It's a 21 litre a minute pump, and that requires like a 2.5 millimeter orifice on this side here, which is the suction side, and it didn't work basically. So tried a few different things. I made the length of hose shorter, so I replaced the 40 meter length of hose with 10 meter length of hose, and it worked. So there was something to do with the length of hose that would affect the Venturi effect on the downstream injector. But the problem that I want to solve is I want to use 40 meter length of hose. I don't want to only have 10 meters if I've got the pressure washer in my van. So I'm sure if you guys do the same, the solution that I see like most people in the UK doing is using an X-jet. But if you want to basically keep all your solutions in the van and just turn on your downstream injector, it would be a lot more convenient to just run those chemicals through your hose. Like soap, basically. It's a lot more diluted. So what I found on the troweling the internet was that if you have a really long length of hose, you need a smaller orifice. So what I'm going to trial is a smaller orifice. So rather than use a 2.5 mil, I'm now going to try a 2.2 mil. We're going to try this on a job this coming weekend for a metal cladding roof clean. So probably going to put that video out on Sunday. Doing that again with Dan from Solihull Exterior Cleaning. So me and him are going to partner up on that job. And yeah, so just sharing with you the experiment. I'll let you know how it goes. The other thing that I found as well, when using a downstream injector, you don't need, but well, you do need, the downstream injector won't actually work if there's too much pressure in the line. So for example, if you want to use your downstream injector, but you've got a high pressure tip on the end of your gun, it won't that increase in pressure won't allow the venturi to work. So you need a low pressure tip. So what we have here is they call it like a J rod. So when it comes to doing downstream injecting, you would have a nozzle with like a very small tip, and that would be a high pressure tip. Now that would stop the downstream injector from drawing the chemicals because the pressure's too high. But then you also have these larger tips, and because there's less of a restriction, it decreases the pressure in the line, and then it allows that venturi effect to happen with the downstream injector. So when you're out pressure washing something, you'll switch to the tip with the big hole in it, and that will allow the downstream injector to draw chemical. And then you go to the high pressure tip, which will stop the venturi effect, and it will allow you to just rinse the area off. So for this job on Saturday, we're doing a cladding clean, cladding roof clean. I do plan on using the downstream injector to apply like a pre-treat, because it's super green and full of like black spots and everything. So as you can see here, we did a little test patch. Need to pre-treat this for sure, just to make the job like easier. So for basically using a downstream injector, I found that you need downstream injector, plus you need maybe a J rod, so you can switch between the big tip, which is going to give low pressure, and then the high pressure tip, which will allow you to rinse without having to like turn off the downstream injector, because the increase in pressure will stop the chemical being drawn through the downstream injector. I hope that's kind of clear. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, good or bad comments, like or dislike, just some feedback would be cool. And if I met you at the cleaning expo as well, we were there as Hero Soft Wash, say hello. I have met a few people, so say hello.